This is former WWE and TNA Impact superstar Mike Knox, a.k.a. Nux. You are listening to The Final Count. Keep it tuned.
Hey everybody, Anthony Corelli here, formerly known as Santino Morella. You are listening to The Final Count.
This is former WWE superstar Victor, and you are listening to The Final Count.
Hi everybody, my name's Berto, and this is my service animal, Hippo, with our good friend Eric. Eric, and you're here listening and watching The Final Count podcast. Yay!
Hey, it's Eric Orris, voice of the Valley from OVW, and you're checking out The Final Count.
Citizens, this is Super Z, and you're watching The Final Count.
Welcome to The Final Count. Here is your host, Rymode Mosley, and your co-host, the 502 Ace, Brian Dixon.
Join the revolution. Buy the shirt. Join the revolution. Buy the shirt. Buy the shirt. Join the revolution. Join the revolution.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a Revolutionary Control episode of the podcast. You may be thinking, hey, 502 Ace, where's Rymode? Where's Chris? But let me tell you this. Last week, if you didn't see, it was me and Chris that ended the podcast because Ryan was going on about this and that, and he magically just disappeared off the podcast. We told him to be watching, and there's always somebody one step ahead. You see, he paid the dues for it. As you can tell, I mean, he's late to the episode, so apparently I'm going to be running this episode tonight. But that's what happens when you're Revolution. You know, we run things around here. Ryan's getting a little out of control, man. I finally seen the light thanks to Madman Chris. Trying to get Ryan to see the light here, but I guess he's not going to do so. So he's still anti-revolution, blah, 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 blase, blase. But yeah, I'm here to give you guys a show, man. Without further ado, I did receive a video today from the one and only Madman Chris on why he is absent and when he will return. So you guys might want to check this out. And then who knows? Rymode might show up. I mean, he is late. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Madman Chris.
OVW, what is up? It is the Madman, and I'm talking about Madman Chris. Final Count podcast tonight. I will be absent, but don't make no mistakes and worries because we have a new honorary member who made the executive decision to see the light, to see the vision of the greatest father anyone could ever ask for. I'm talking about One Leather Daddy Doug and my partner and co-host of the Final Count podcast. I'm talking about the one, the only Brian Dixon, and tonight he will lead the show in a revolutionary way that only he can do. And Ryan Mosley, I will tell you this, sir. Tonight will be revolutionary. The 502 Ace, Brian Dixon, will be leading us into the future. And sir, you are going to start to understand something. If you do not see the light and you do not fall in line, then the revolution will have nothing more than to dispose of you. Now tonight my absence will be felt, But don't you worry, come Wednesday, next Wednesday, October 30th, on our Facebook Live special, we have none other than the current OVW Women's Champion, the ultimate athlete, the queen of the revolution. I'm talking about J-Rod. She will be on our live special, and it just as you better show her respect where respect is due. Tonight, sir, you better fall in line, Ryan Mosley, and show my partner, the 502 Ace, Brian Dixon, the respect that he deserves. Because if you do not, I promise you this, like I have multiple weeks now, there is a higher level of intelligence that's always watching. Because at the end of the day, what does everybody want, Ryan? Viva la revolution. I'll see you next Wednesday.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first from the madman himself. But yeah, as you see, I'm still the only one here. Rye Mode is currently doing who knows what. I mean,
what?
Wait.
This?
Wait. What are you doing? You are late to this episode, sir.
What? First of all, let me explain my absence, my lateness, my tardiness. I could not get in for some reason into the room. I don't know what's going on, who locked me out, or what. Apparently, this has something to do with the revolution. You know, I would expect this from Madman Chris, our co-host, but I wouldn't expect what happened last week from you. I just cannot get over this. I'm sticking with against the revolution, just so everyone knows.
Bad decision, my man.
And I mean, Chris, you're not here tonight. And I don't know, I guess he's washing some cream off or something. Just make sure you wash everywhere and get that cream out of everywhere. So I mean, that's all I can say. I guess I'll see you next Wednesday.
Oh boy.
And I guess I got to deal with you tonight. But
that's right.
Like I said,
the one and only.
The one and only. I would have expected it better from you, but let's try to get through tonight. And I'm going to do my best to try to get through this episode with your change of heart, per se. I'm going to try to get through this episode with us getting along.
Anything for the fans, but at the end of the day, we're still revolutionary over here.
We must kick on for the fans. That's what it's got to be. Let's jump into the first thing and fans, we got a huge episode, this episode of the Final Count. From what I'm able to see, we have SmackDown per usual to talk about. We have Raw to talk about. SmackDown from last week to talk about. We have Raw from this week to talk about. We have OVW from this week to talk about. Tonight, if you're watching this, or today, if you're watching this, tonight, TNA is having their biggest pay-per-view of the year, Bound for Glory. We are going to break down the card for Bound for Glory, and then we have, towards the end of the episode, we have a major announcement for you heard Madman Chris talk about. You heard him talk about that next Wednesday, we will be joined by, on Facebook Live, Revolution member J-Rod, the OVW Women's Champion J-Rod.
The Queen of the Revolution.
The Queen of the Revolution, yes. I'll say it. But then Saturday, and this one warms my heart most, we will be joined by another somebody. I'm sorry, not Saturday. Yeah, next Friday. I'm sorry.
Next Friday, we will be joined by somebody.
We will be joined by somebody
very special to OVW.
We'll find out who that is.
No skipping through the episode to find out who it is. Watch the episode all the way through because you never know what you're going to hear or what you'll miss.
Exactly.
But I'm here to have a good night, man. It's Revolution all the way, but this is for the fans, man. Let's do it. Let's do what we do. Let's do what we love.
I'll go with what you said first. we're here to have a good night.
Yeah, it's Revolution.
But
anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
So WWE SmackDown is what we're kicking off with, per usual. Jey Uso kicks off last Friday's SmackDown, and he confronted Solo Sikoa. He said he cares about Solo because they are still brothers either way. He told Solo to think about what he is doing to the family. And so, wow. I mean, who saw this quickly that Jey Uso would be coming to SmackDown? Did you see Jey Uso coming to SmackDown this quickly?
Not at all. I was thrown off by it.
Yeah, same here. Like
I heard his music. I was like, wait, this is not Monday. What's going on here?
Yeah. Like, I didn't think we was going to get – I knew it would come eventually, but not this soon. Maybe a couple weeks from last week, but
my bold predictions might be coming true in the next few weeks of what I've been saying for the last few months.
Yeah, exactly. We kick off the night with the action. We kick off the night with a triple threat tag match that took place with DIY, the Street Profits, and Pretty Deadly to get the action going. One member of each team was legal at all times, so the action was fast paced, with three men fighting and their partners essentially occasionally getting involved. Montez Ford and Johnny Gargano each pinned a different member of Pretty Deadly, but since only one of them was legal, DIY was declared the winning team. So DIY, and this was the first match of two triple threat matches on this night that would be basically a number one contenders kind of tournament, tag team tournament sort of thing. And DIY advances. What are your thoughts on DIY advancing in this kind of tournament here?
I love it. I feel like the finish was screwed, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that finish was very screwed, but, I mean, Montez and Angelo Dawkins, they deserve a push again.
Like, how, shaking up would that have been to have, to have Montez Ford and Johnny Gargano each, since they were each pinning a different member of Pretty Deadly. How cool would that have been to have each team win?
Right.
Like, that would have been really cool.
Yes, I agree. But the finish was – I didn't like the finish.
Yeah.
But congrats to DIY. Congrats,
I agree. Then we have Reigns and Jimmy ran into Jay backstage, and Reigns said he was proud of him, but Jay didn't want to hear any of it. Matter of fact, he said himself, no yeet.
No yeet.
So how often do you hear no yeet from Jay?
Slim to none.
Yeah. After coming up short in a women's tag title bout last week, Last Legend was back on SmackDown to take on Piper Niven. Jakara Jackson and Chelsea Green were both at ringside. Legend was able to pick up a clean win by powering Nevin, if I can speak tonight, up for a reverse Samoan drop. So wow, Last Legend picks up a win, and then NXT Superstar picks up a win on SmackDown. Roster. Yeah, how huge right there. And I like that we're
cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like that we're seeing more of NXT being incorporated into Raw, into SmackDown, this sort of thing, especially in the women's division.
It's very cool seeing NXT be featured on the main roster.
Exactly, it is. Cody Rhodes comes out as he's getting ready to head into Crown Jewel. Actually, next Saturday, he's going into Crown Jewel to face World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. And he comes out and to talk about the match at Crown Jewel. He came out with the Crown Jewel Championship in the middle of the ring, and he gave a standard promo about being confident he would win. And then he also ended up confronting, basically saying, Gunther, I challenge you to come to SmackDown actually this week. So as we're recording this. Last night we all saw what would happen, and we'll talk about that next week. Briefly. So Cody here asking Gunther to show up on SmackDown.
That's going to be one hell of a match, man, at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
I think that's still in the show.
And I can't wait to see with both titles what they do. Is this going to be something where we're going to see this Crown Jewel title once? Or is this going to be something that they hold for the year?
I think it's going to be like their trophy they take with them.
Yeah.
And be like a once-a-year occurrence.
Right.
But still have that record on their
the title only once a year.
Yeah, and still have it on their record books of
exactly
titles they won or whatnot.
Right.
But like you said, it'd be awkward to see it once a year. Why not throw it into full effect or something?
Yeah, exactly. Next up was a video from Kevin Owens talking about how unfair it is that management doesn't want him to come to work. I mean, why would they not want him to come to work? Randy Orton, I would think that would be the reason why. Then we have the debut of a former TNA Tag Team Champions, former TNA Tag Team of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns. They made their SmackDown debut and WWE debut in the second triple threat tag match of the night against Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Angel Garza, and Humberto. So the Guns immediately showed the WWE Universe their signature brand of fast-paced offense with some double-team maneuvers. Sabin and Shelley scored the win, so they will take on DIY for a future title shot. Like I said, this week, tonight on SmackDown as we're recording this. So like I said, we'll talk about that next week. It's
one legendary tag team right there.
Yeah, and Motor City Machine Guns pick up the win, and they're on their way
Congrats to them, brother. Hopefully they
titles.
win those titles next week.
Yeah. Or just whenever they win them, it's...
Right, you kind of think, you're going to have them people that's salty if they come in and just win third match.
Yeah.
But look how much of a decorated tag team that they are.
Exactly.
Any company they've went to, they've won tag team gold. They've won singles championships. Together or by themselves, them dudes are absolute superstars.
Exactly. And Chris Sabin, a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, both men former X Division champions, I believe, and just so decorated champions that they are. Even like you mentioned, anywhere they go, they've been tag team champions. New Japan, I mean, come on now. This is a decorated tag team, and a tag team that I think that the WWE Universe is going to enjoy for years to come.
I mean, Motor City Machine Guns, heel or face. I mean, you got to love them, man. Just their in-ring work ethic is incredible.
Exactly. And, I kind of see the Motor City Machine Guns kind of like Hardy Boys-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Or Brian Kendrick and Paul London.
Yep.
Yes,
I love that tag team.
Oh my god, me too. And so I feel like Motor City Machine Guns fits perfectly on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then we have Nia Jax and Candice LeRae versus Naomi and Bayley. Bayley was Naomi's surprise tag team partner. Tiffany Stratton was unable to serve as Nia Jax's partner, so Candice LeRae stepped up to the team with her against Naomi. Stepped up to team up with her against Naomi and Bayley in the main event. Jax almost won immediately by crushing Bayley in the corner. Once LeRae came in, the babyfaces took over. Indy Hartwell got involved to give Candice and Nia an unfair advantage. She shoved Bayley into the ring post so LeRae could get the pin. So Nia Jax picking up the huge tag team win here.
Oh, yeah.
And then to close out the show, we get Solo Sikoa. He wants Roman Reigns to acknowledge him in the middle of the ring.
Boo.
So they met. Yeah, boo. So they met in the middle of the ring in the final few minutes of the show. Tama Tonga, Tonga Lola, and Jacob Fatu dragged out a beaten Jimmy, and it sent Reigns off. He took out everyone in the bloodline, but the numbers game caught up to him, and he was decimated in the middle of the ring. The bloodline stands tall to close out the show. Or I'll say it this way, the Timu bloodline, as Madman Chris likes to say, closed out the show. I mean, they showed their dominance right here. But what's going to happen? We got Jay back involved. I mean, where's
I'm
this
gonna say it
gonna go?
again. I've been saying it for months. Roman, Jimmy, Jay, the OG bloodline versus the new bloodline. War Games. Give me it.
Yes, and when are we gonna get Sammy? You have to know that Sammy's
Is he
coming.
still feeling Uzi?
Yeah, a good point. Is he still feeling Uzi? Great
We
point.
may
right there.
find out.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So
you know,
overall, a great SmackDown right there.
and every single one of the OG bloodline is now a babyface. Can you imagine the pop? You think Roman got a pop when he
Isn't
was
that
a
crazy?
heel?
Right.
Imagine the pop they are going to get now as baby faces.
Yeah. Exactly.
You got one of the most badass tag teams in the Usos. And you got one of the most badass wrestlers who has proved himself in the last 4.5 years on the microphone and in the ring. Like, come on now, take my money. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
give me OG bloodline.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but like think about Roman before the bloodline. Think about Roman before he came back to WWE, previously before the bloodline run. There was years he was booed out of the building as a babyface, and now this is the babyface run that he deserved all along.
Oh yeah, it just took time to cook it up and get that
Exactly.
character built right, man. And he took his tribal chief character and ran with it over those 3.5 years, almost
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah.
And we just
sure
need
do.
the wise man back. I mean, you throw the wise man back with the OG bloodline, and boom, ratings.
For sure.
But-
Well, that takes care of SmackDown. Let's go over to Raw.
Yeah, man. Monday Night Raw kicks off with Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed beating the living crap out of each other. Seth Rollins basically tells him, "You want to be famous? Get your ass out here, and I'll make you famous." That's what he told Bronson Reed, and then Bronson Reed had a cool spot where he missed with the tsunami and went through the announce table. Or he's going to hit Rollins with a tsunami through the announce table. I mean, it was a hot start to the show, and it ensured that people wouldn't tune out for the first 10, 15 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
Like moments like that is what I look forward to. Like just those little like cut scenes, not really cut scene, but like spots or whatever you want to call it. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, like open Raw like that, especially if it's going to Netflix and there's about to be like old school no rule days, basically.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then we get a tag team number one contenders in the tag team title tournament. It's the New Day versus the Authors of Pain. We've been seeing, Xavier kind of giving that heel kind of push. Like he's going to kind of turn heel or whatever. But the New Day actually beat the Authors of Pain, man.
Yeah.
And then during the match, you seen Miz come out. Miz was sitting by the announce table. And, like, is Miz going to join the Final Testament to blow him, like, out of, like, offset his character? Or...
I feel like the signs are there.
Yeah, and then R-Truth came out of nowhere and started beating the shit out of the Miz. So, I mean, are we going to get that rivalry between them, which would be absolutely a banger?
Good point and good question. Like, and then also to counteract that question that you just asked, I'd say yes, we are going to get that rivalry. But then not only that, has R-Truth mind, has it finally cleared up? Like whatever this thing is that's causing him to forget things or think things that aren't actually true.
Right.
For him to remember to go that the Miz was against him. Yeah, that's pretty.
Maybe something clicked, man. Maybe they're just gonna have a banger of a match, and I don't know. On the Wyatt Six returned, fighting off the Final Testament until it appeared the Miz would be left to suffer at the hands of Uncle Howdy instead. Paul Ellering shoved the former WWE champion out of the way to endure the mandible claw to close out the segment. I think that was a good segment.
Yeah.
Paul Ellering really took the mandible claw on that and sold it really well.
Yeah, and I love that Howdy is using the mandible claw as well.
Yes. The Wyatt Six versus the Final Testament feud is something we're just going to kick off in a few weeks, I feel.
Yes.
I love what the Wyatt Six is doing. They don't have to be on TV weekly.
Yeah, they need to be keep booking them as a special attraction, not something that needs to be on TV every week. Just a special attraction.
Kind of like Bray Wyatt was, but
exactly.
Bray Wyatt was something very special to the WWE.
For sure.
But yeah, the Miz was dressed in black and everything. So I mean, could we get that heel Miz join the Final Testament, or could Miz be playing mind games with Truth?
I think
could Truth be playing mind games all along?
Or could Truth think he's part of like he did the Judgment Day? Do you think
he thought he was part of the New Day?
Yeah.
I mean, Truth.
For a minute, I thought he was gonna be.
Yeah.
Like for real.
And then we had Damage Control versus Raquel and Liv. Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson was there once again, watching from ringside. Two great NXT talents right there.
Yes.
The NXT heels, which is Lash and Jackson, they beat down Damage Control, and they stood tall over the match before Raquel and Liv confronted them. The match ruled in a no contest, and Rhea Ripley came out. Well, Dominic came out first, correct?
Yeah.
Dominic came out and saved Liv, and then Rhea came out. And there's been speculation that we're going to get a Rhea Ripley versus Dirty Dom match, which would be great.
Exactly.
You don't see those intergender matches at all in WWE.
No, you don't. You really don't.
And I feel like Dominic and Rhea can sell this whole storyline perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I think this storyline will just really grab people's attention. As much heat as Dominic got, and as babyface as Rhea is now, boom, take my money.
Yeah, I let me just say this also. I loved. Did you see the Latino Heat shirt that Dominic had on? He's really playing into this. He could be like Eddie Guerrero's son type deal. I love it.
All right. And then we got backstage, and there was another brawl between Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed as Pierce was trying to get them apart, and then Adam Pearce announced Seth freaking Rollins versus Big Bronson Reed at Crown Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a good match right there.
That's going to be a huge.
And I think Crown Jewel is going to be a banger this year.
Yes.
So many good matches. Man. Even for the women.
Yeah.
And then you had another number one contenders tournament. Rey Mysterio or LWO versus American Made. Zelina Vega got involved. Chad Gable and Ivy Nile. And then Lee added a frog splash for the victory. I thought we was going to get a single push from Dragon Lee.
I think we need to. Like I said, I think it was last week.
They played the promo for it.
Yeah.
A little video package.
like I said last week, I think of Dragon Lee as like a Ultimo Dragon-esque type,
Right.
Because that's what he reminds me of.
Yeah, I can't quit yawning. I agree.
Of Ultimo Dragon.
I agree there. Like he's a great talent. Mysterio and Lee defeat America Made to move on in the tournament here. Anything to get the titles off of Crybaby Finn.
Right.
Backstage, Finn Balor retreated his conversation over Damian Priest laying calm to a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity, which Dominic Mysterio asked, "What if I became champion?" The group laughed, and Carlito vowed to fix everything.
That was kind of funny. That was really... And then I like how did you see the reaction from Raquel? She's like, "What, do you think you can't do it?" Basically, I'm
yeah. I like that segment.
Yeah.
Intercontinental Championship match, man, right here. Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker. Great match.
Yes.
And after Jey Uso fended off Solo, Jacob, Tonga, and Tama at different points, it appeared he may hang on and retain his title, but he downed Breaker and delivered a top rope splash, only for the badass to kick out at 2. I'm loving this heel character from Braun Breaker. Like, a monster.
And we also got a tease of Jacob
versus Braun Breaker. Oh my God, take my money.
Yeah.
That would be a great match. I don't care who you are.
Exactly.
But here, man, we see Braun Breaker taking back the Intercontinental Championship. Referring back to, are we going to get Jey with Roman and Jimmy to form the OG bloodline like I've been saying?
It's got to happen. It's got to happen. I mean, we saw.
That's it. Make it make sense. So,
yeah,
put Jey back with Jimmy and Roman. Give me Paul Heyman back with them.
Yes.
Throw Sammy in there.
Sammy, yeah.
And give me a War Games match.
Yes.
And OG Bloodline goes over. Like, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Imagine the pop that arena would have from the time they walk out to the time the match closes and in between.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Without a doubt.
Hire me, WWE.
Right.
But overall, man, the show was great. There's great moments in there from Uncle Howdy and Paul Ellering making a segment. The Bloodline playing their story out with Solo and them getting involved in Jay's match. To Breaker regaining the title. Teams moving up in the championship tournament.
Yeah.
Anything to get the titles off of Crybaby Judgment Day.
Exactly.
Maria's once again wanting to get her hands on Liv Morgan. I think she's going to have to go through Raquel first, but,
without a doubt, yeah. She's going to have to – it's going to come to blows with them for sure.
But that is all I have for Monday Night Raw right there.
All right. Well, now, you were at OVW last night.
Yes, sir.
So we are changing
Revolution.
Oh, God. I'll be good, but you were at OVW.
Chris may not be here, but we have ears all over this place.
Yeah, he's just, like I said, he's just creamy. There's some cream going on, but apparently even away from OVW whenever Chris isn't there.
Wait until Wednesday. You're making it all bad, bud.
We shall see. We shall see.
But anyways, back to OVW. What was you saying?
So you were there at OVW last night.
I was.
Or if you're watching this on Saturday,
you could have caught me on TV.
Yeah. And so talk about the reactions in the arena, just with the show and how the show went.
The show was incredible as always. Always a live, hype crowd. Had a few dead moments, but that's bound to happen at wrestling shows. But it was getting the crowd started. Cheer for your favorite ones, boo for your hated ones, vice versa. I mean, all as soon as you walk in the doors, it feels like a family at OVW. I got to talk to a few of the superstars before and after the show. Really excited for potentials we have for this podcast here. I'm not going to mention no names because I don't want to spoil it. But of course, the Revolution was always in control the whole night. But it is what it is at this point. Someday you might see the light, you might not.
I highly doubt that.
But
so the first match of the night, do you want to talk about that first match? And just as far as OVW Rise?
I'm not going to do them in any particular order if you're fine with that.
That's fine.
All right. I'm going to give it to my girl Hollywood Haley J versus Vipers. It is incredible seeing Vipers at the Hot Point Davis Arena.
I've never seen her before last night.
Oh, man. It's somebody I watched on YouTube. She's really good in the ring. You should check her out. Really good talent there. Of course, Haley J is just a Bougetto baddie.
Yeah.
In and out of the ring, man. She's a great-hearted person. The match was really good. Haley had a nice super kick in this match. Connected to the chin really well. All in all, Haley J won the match. But big props to both of these girls. Fan control was all in there and everything. The fans was in the match. But yeah. I'll do that last. And then we had the Queen of the Revolution, the OVW Women's Champion. Part of the Revolution, J-Rod herself, take on Danny Miho. And that was a great match too. A lot of mess ups. But I mean, J-Rod's this tall, Danny's this tall.
Yeah.
But she was still throwing J-Rod around the ring. She gave her Hurricanranas. She gave her every lucha move. Great match. And of course, your queen comes out on top. Who would have thought, right? But big props to both girls, man. Like I said, every match was incredible. You just have to be there. You have to watch it, man. Like OVW is going over and beyond. We love it personally.
Definitely.
After the match, here was a good moment. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It was a pretty cool, awesome moment. Freya came out and she was in her street clothes, and J-Rod was in the ring after the match. Freya took off her crown and threw it.
Yes.
And J-Rod caught it in midair and then put it on. Like,
yeah,
that was pretty cool. Even my wife, she was like, "Oh shit, did you see that?" I was like, "Yeah, that was pretty cool."
Yeah, I feel like the fact that happened, even though while I'm against the Revolution, I feel like that was just a way to signify that, like it or not, whether I like it or not, J-Rod is the queen of the Revolution. That's what
right.
I feel like that was signifying. The fact that she caught that. So yeah,
I think when Freya and J-Rod have their match, it's going to be an absolute banger.
I agree.
You got two female powerhouses, two female monsters that know how to throw down in a squared circle.
Definitely.
So that was a good moment there. Of course, you had our boy that was on last time checking on you, Star Rider, in there. And then we had Sophia Rose take on the returning Holidead.
Yes.
Holidead is an incredible talent, man.
She's
Even
awesome.
when her and Thunder Rosa are tag teaming. Man, incredible. Check them out, man. Sophia Rose, she's incredible too. She's the one that she has a really good story.
Yes.
If you guys don't know about her story, check it out. She's basically a walking miracle at this point, is what I call it.
Definitely, without a doubt. Yeah.
The man above sure is on her side.
True.
Through and through. But Sophia Rose actually picked up the win here.
Yeah,
against
that's
Holiday.
a huge win over a major star in wrestling.
Yes, both of the talents were absolutely great. The crowd was engaged with this match and everything, man. And then you had this bum named Carson Drake. This guy versus our boy Dustin Jackson. Wink, wink. Dustin went over on this one, man.
Yeah.
Dustin hit the roll up 1, 2, 3 on Carson, man.
Yes.
And it was Carson basically, what, eight times out of 10 in the match? It was all Carson Drake.
Exactly.
And Dustin got the better of him, man, and rode him up for the 1, 2, 3.
And not really surprised. It shouldn't surprise anyone because, I mean,
not at all.
We're talking about a decorated OVW, a former OVW tag team champion.
Former OVW television champion.
Former OVW television champion. This Dustin Jackson is not just he's not some throwaway or some one that just fell off the pumpkin truck. I mean, he is OVW.
He's had an absolutely OVW. Incredible body transformation. The dude is absolutely freaking jacked now.
Yeah.
What else do we got here, man? Oh, we have the one and only, the Mammoth Donovan Cecil. Wink, wink. Taking on the returning. Yes, there was a bunch of people returning tonight.
Yes.
The Mayan Mauler, Drew Hernandez. Drew Hernandez has an absolute incredible body transformation too, losing a bunch of weight. He just recently won a championship in another promotion, so congrats to him.
Yes, and GLCW.
Yes, and Donovan Cecil took up the win here, but incredible match between these two monsters. Cecil, if you guys don't know, is Kentucky's strongest man. He's an absolute beast.
Yeah.
The guys, they did shake hands after the match, so that's good sportsmanship right there. But I like the match through and through from bell to bell. And the main event here, we had
6-person tag match.
6-person tag match with our boys, the Revolution. AJZ, Dalton McKenzie, Tony Gunn, taking on Cal Hero.
And
Luscious Lawrence.
Beaches and Cream.
That's right. And who would have thought? Who would have thought we would see Omar Amir and Cal Hero as tag team champions?
Nobody in their mind would have thought.
But here's the thing: we had a segment played before this, and our father, Leather Daddy Doug, happened to see Omar or Luscious in the hallway and took him into his office. So, what could this mean?
I think I know what it means. Yes.
And then
it's probably more than likely gonna be part of the Revolution.
We can all hope so, man. We can all hope so.
We can all not hope so.
And then Luscious comes out of the office, and Doug tells him all you have to do is make it true, basically. And if you guys were paying attention, you look off to the background to the left, Cash Flow is getting some water out of the fountain and overhears the whole entire conversation. And then later on, he confronts Luscious in the hallway. And then we get to this match, and I'm going to say it again, incredible match.
It was, yeah.
These 6 guys are just great. And if you notice in this match, ladies and gentlemen, Omar was not really tagging in Luscious that much. Luscious was in the start of the match, and then midway through, he finally got the hot tag from Cal. So what could we be seeing here? And then Omar got knocked out of the ring in the match, and Luscious stood on the apron and just kept looking down at him. Didn't go check on him or anything. So what could this mean?
Clearly,
you have any answers over there, sir?
Clearly, he's joining the revolution.
That's right. Everybody should join the revolution.
No.
You see that? You see that? You see that right there?
I saw it.
I'll always have eyes on you now, sir.
Are you feeling creamy tonight?
Really? I don't get creamed, sir.
You don't get creamed.
I do not. I'm saddened to say this. Chris is the one that gets it, but this has just got to stop.
He does get it, and
this has got to stop.
His time is coming. That's all I'll say. That is all I'll say.
Given my brother over there, he's getting creamed for no reason.
That is all I'll say. His time is coming. And it's going to be sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, OVW, that was a good show. Another great show. I will say that. The past few weeks have been great shows. OVW is not, we say it all the time. OVW, if you're sleeping on OVW, you need to wake up and see what OVW is doing. OVW is where it's at. Like Leather Daddy Doug or not, OVW is where it's at. OVW has always been, in my opinion, in my book, where it's at, and I'm sure, Brian, you would say the same. OVW is where it's at, and if you're sleeping or have been sleeping on OVW, wake yourself up.
That's right. Wake yourself up and see the light while you're at it.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yes, don't listen to Ryan because he's got something coming in a few weeks. Actually, you know what, buddy? I got somebody coming to talk to you on Wednesday.
You have someone coming to talk to me?
Absolutely.
Who exactly is that? I think I know.
Do I need to throw up this flyer that was sent?
Well, we announced this last week. So is there something else that I know?
No, she's coming. She's coming to check on you.
We know that that J-Rod's coming, but who's the other she?
Nobody. The queen is coming for you. I'm just going to leave that there. We announced it last week.
Well, since we're on it, let's go ahead and show that flyer.
If you keep it up, man.
J-Rod is coming on the Final Count on a Facebook Live special. This coming up Wednesday, October 30th. Yes, that's right. The special guest will be the OVW Women's Champion, Revolution member, and the Queen of the Revolution, J-Rod.
That's right. She's coming because of some actions you picked.
We'll see.
You guys just have to tune in, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I agree. You will have to tune in. We do have, before we get ready to promote any other shows and make our other big announcement, we have TNA to talk about. TNA, again, as I said, has a big pay-per-view tonight coming up. Their biggest show of the year, Bound for Glory. So let's throw up let me see here. We'll throw up the countdown show first. or countdown. Yeah, countdown show first in the first match of the countdown. So TNA Wrestling Countdown to Bound for Glory. It's again Saturday night. So tonight, if you're watching this morning, so Ash and Heather by Elegance versus Xia Brookside and Brinley Reese, and that's a tag match on the Bound for Glory. A countdown or the countdown to Bound for Glory. I'm gonna go with Ash by Elegance. Ash and Heather by Elegance. What about you?
Same.
All right, and then the next match on the countdown to Bound for Glory is the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. I believe it's a battle royal, and so you never know who is going to be in that battle royal.
Right.
And again, we've seen the countdown. We've seen the Call Your Shot battle royal or gauntlet rather. We've seen that before. We've seen, last year, or the year before rather, Bully Ray won it. We've seen people return in that match. Tommy Dreamer. Who else? I'm trying to think of she's slipping my mind right now, but she was with AEW that appeared in that gauntlet. But there's just so many people that you never know who's going to return in this match or who could debut in this match for TNA. So yeah, that's not a match that you want to miss at all on the free on YouTube, the countdown to Bound for Glory. And that will be tomorrow
and that's
night,
a special start time of 6:45 p.m. Eastern time.
And that is tonight before Bound for Glory. Also, again, we announced Bob Ryder and Rhino, as TNA announced, will be going into the Hall of Fame. That will also be on the countdown to Bound for Glory tonight.
Nice. Well deserved.
Yes. So, starting off Bound for Glory, I don't know if these will be the exact order, but we're going to go ahead and preview and break down the card here and make our predictions for who's going to win. All right, we have the TNA Digital Media and International Wrestling Championships on the line in a Monsters Ball match. PCO versus Matt Cardona. This is a long-standing feud that's been going on between Cardona and PCO. I'm going to go with PCO. How can you not go against PCO? How can you not go for PCO? How can you go against him in a Monsters Ball match?
Right.
The man is a monster.
As much as I love what Cardona's doing, man, like for being the deathmatch king, he's been a belt collector since leaving WWE. He says Zack Ryder is absolutely dead. It's Matt Cardona till the end. I'm going to go with PCO here too, man. It's a Monsters Ball match. Come on.
Exactly. Then we have the TNA X Division Championship match. Mike Bailey versus Vikingo. I'm going to go with Bailey to retain. For one, just because I'm not really familiar too much with Vikingo.
Me either.
So I'm going to go with Mike Bailey to retain.
Bailey.
All right.
So it might be the same answers here, man. You never know.
Right.
It's predictions.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right.
And then we have Josh Alexander versus Steve Macklin. This match, I guarantee you, is going to be a house battle. I'm gonna have to say, this
Alexander
is going to be definitely a house battle. Without a doubt, a definitely house battle.
Give me the walking weapon with a W, please.
Yes.
Macklin's done incredible since being in TNA, though.
What was that?
I'll give Macklin his flowers. He's been incredible since he's been in TNA.
I have to agree.
But I'm going with the walking weapon.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I can't go against the walking weapon, although his true colors have changed now. Or he's changed.
It's okay to be a heel. It's fine. If you join the revolution, you'll find out.
Nah.
One day you'll see the light, buddy.
We shall see, but nah. All right, the next match, and this is a triple main event, the first of 3 in this triple main event. We have the TNA World Tag Team Championships on the line in a Full Metal Mayhem match. If you do not know what Full Metal Mayhem is, let me just say,
carnage.
Yes, it is absolute carnage. PLC is what it was formerly known as, or it's still known as, but in TNA it is called Full Metal Mayhem. And so you see the system is going to be defending against ABC and the Hardys.
I'm going with the Hardys.
I'm going with the Hardys as well.
Let them have their one final tag team championship run in TNA before going to another company.
Before possibly going back to WWE.
That's where they want to end their. That's where they want to end their careers. So
yes. So yeah, that's gonna be a huge match, no matter what the outcome, for sure. Then we have the TNA Knockouts World Championship on the line. Jordan Grace defends against Masha Slamovich. I'm gonna go with Jordan to retain here.
Give me the Juggernaut.
Yeah, the Juggernaut all the way. A Big Mama Pump all the way.
That's right.
To retain. And then what I would assume would be the main event of the night.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
And this is for the TNA World Championship. Your special guest referee is going to be none other than Frankie Kazarian, the king of TNA, Frankie Kazarian. And the challenger, as we said, is Joe Hendry versus the TNA World Champion, Nick Nemeth, the most wanted man, Nick Nemeth.
Now, hear me out before we pick our predictions.
Yeah.
It's going to be a banger of a match, correct? Frankie Kazarian is going to get involved in some shape or form trying to cost Nick Nemeth.
Yeah.
Nick's going to super kick the shit out of him. Comes down another referee, Nick Nemeth for the win.
I completely agree.
And let that feud with Nick Nemeth and Frankie Kazarian start, please.
Yes. And you know what else with Frankie Kazarian? He's never had the TNA World Championship. He needs the TNA World Championship before his career is over.
And can we talk about how Nick Nemeth, FKA, Dolph Ziggler, got fired from or let go from WWE, and he has went on to become an incredible talent. Like, he's incredible anyways. When they let him go, they should have looked at him and was like, damn, this is what we're missing now. Like, when he was Dolph Ziggler, he gave it all. Like, in his world champion, he should have been more than a one-time world champion, or 2 times, or whatever it was. Once. Mm-hmm. Like, I see him making his way back to WWE after he goes and finds himself on TNA or the Indies or whatever.
Exactly. Same.
If not, let him stick with TNA and be one of the top superstars. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, for real. I completely agree. And as you said, Nick Nemeth to retain. In this match, Nick Nemeth is retaining, and like you also said, I do believe that this will lead to a feud between Nick and Kazarian, and I'm all for it.
Me too.
Let's see it. With that being said, it is now time to go ahead and promote some upcoming shows.
And don't forget, guys, if you haven't skipped already to the end, we do have an absolute banger of announcement after we promote these shows.
Yes. So the first show we want to promote is a show that we will promote each and every week because they have shows every Saturday. And that is Live Pro Wrestling every Saturday night at Supreme Wrestling That is Supreme at the Supreme Arena, 2520 Lanier Drive in Madison, Indiana. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Bell time is 7:30 p.m. All tickets are just $9. $9 for some great wrestling action in Madison, Indiana at Supreme Wrestling. So go over to Supreme and check them out every Saturday night of the month. And so, yeah, go check out Supreme Wrestling and go spend your hard-earned money and check out Supreme Wrestling. If you're within driving distance, go check them out and support pro wrestling, indie wrestling in your local area. And the next thing that we want to go ahead and promote here is next Thursday night at OVW. There will be a trunk or treat at OVW prior to OVW's Halloween Hell Night, which we'll talk about next. And let me just announce right here that all 3 members of the Final Count will be there, a part of this trunk or treat. We will be passing out candy for kids as well, and have we're hoping to have like a table set up possibly to be passing out candy, stuff like that to the kids. And you never know what you might see with the Final Count there. So you never know what's going to happen. So this will be a Halloween party in the parking lot with your favorite OVW superstars. OVW superstars will be passing out candy to the kids. OVW superstars will be passing out candy to the kids before doors open at 6 p.m. Show us your best Halloween costumes. Adults and kids contest with first, second, third place prizes. All this takes place Thursday, October 31st on Halloween. Hot Point Davis Arena, 4400 Shepherdsville Road, Louisville, Kentucky. Doors open at 6 p.m. for Overdrive taping. That starts at 6:15. And OVW Rise goes live at 7 p.m. with Halloween Hell Night. All right, and then we have...
How dare you have the audacity to kick me off like that?
I did not kick you off, sir.
You just wait until I tell the queen.
I think you kicked yourself off.
No, I did not. I did not touch any buttons, sir.
We shall see if that was the case or not.
Are you trying to reverse play us here?
Maybe I got some people that
remember, it's 1 against all.
Maybe there's someone that I have that. What does everybody want?
Revolution.
Wink, wink.
And there he is, Leather Daddy Doug. What a beautiful picture.
I'll let you take this one.
Spin the wheel and make a deal. That's right. Next Thursday, as Ryan said, the Final Count will be there in attendance, handing out candy and stuff, and it is Halloween Hell Night. That's 4400 Shepherdsville Road. Nobody knows what the stipulations be. The wheel decides your fate. Nobody knows who they'll face. Nobody knows who the stipulation would be. And you will spin the wheel and make the deal like the poster says. The one, the only Leather Daddy Doug, of course, will be there. I will be there. Rye Mode will be there. And Madman Chris will be there. Come to this incredible event they're putting on Halloween night. Like I said, like Ryan said previous, the trunk or treat is going to be a great time for everybody. We will be there. You want us to sign something, you want to take a picture, you want to talk, come up to us.
Yes.
We're here for the kids.
Yes.
Heck, even the adults. Who knows?
Exactly.
Halloween costume contest, correct?
Yes.
First, second, third place. So you guys dress up, come enjoy the show. Parents will be dressed up, I'm sure. It's going to be a great night of action. I see this arena being pretty packed.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. And just also like Brian said, if you are coming to OVW on Halloween for Halloween Hell Night for the trunk or treat, please, if you see us out there passing out candy, please don't hesitate to come say hi to us. Let us know that you watched the Final Count. We want to hear what you think about the Final Count, what you enjoy. We want to hear your feedback. So please come and see us. Again, we'll sign autographs. We'll take pictures. So, I mean,
Yeah, if you guys want to say what you want to see on the podcast, we might incorporate it sometimes. I mean, we're always up to whatever you guys want to tell us, or what you guys love about the podcast, what you dislike. You know what I mean? Like Ryan said, we'll take pictures, sign autographs, and just come see us.
Exactly. And now, without further ado, we also have this. So just now, I'll let you take care of this one as well. This is coming up on Sunday over at Grindhouse Pro Wrestling, A Nightmare on Spring Street. So actually, that'll be you're watching this on Saturday. Saturday, that'll be tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, rather. So, Brian, I'm going to let you go ahead and take care of this one as well.
That's right. Grindhouse Pro Wrestling is having their show, A Nightmare on Spring Street, October 27, 2024. As you're watching this on Saturday, it is tomorrow evening at the arena on 1416 Spring Street in Jeffersonville, Indiana, right across the bridge. Doors open at 2 p.m. Bell is at 3 p.m. Go support them guys, man. They always put on a great show. This is going to be one hell of a show right here. Go out and see your favorite Grindhouse superstars, and you never know who might show up there.
All right. And before we make this other announcement, I'm going to cue up some music before we make the other announcement.
Oh, it's going to be a great announcement, man. I've been looking forward to this all freaking day.
We'll make this announcement here. Just bear with us.
Besides telling you how much I love the Revolution.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that never gets old, man.
I thought I had a break with Chris being gone, but apparently I don't. All right. Let me just get this music going, and then we will make that announcement.
Absolutely, man.
Here's the drum roll, but music-wise. All right.
All right. So, without further ado, you taking it or am I taking it?
I'm going to let you handle it.
Boom. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Final Count presents OVW superstar Dustin Jackson, November 1st, 8 p.m. on a Facebook Live special.
So, yeah, say it. Let's say it again. Dustin Jackson.
Dustin freaking Jackson.
Facebook Live.
November 1st, 8 p.m. Rye Mode, the 502 Ace, and Madman Chris. We give to you a Facebook Live with none other than Dustin freaking Jackson, man.
And that is next Friday.
And if you see right there at the bottom, you can find more info and stuff and check out our website right there at the bottom. Incredibly honored to have Dustin onto the show, man. This has been a long time coming. And just a beautiful poster made by yours truly. Thank you. I know.
Yes, it is. It is. And then let's throw up right quick again also the promo flyer for J-Rod.
That's right. I'll let you take this one here, sir.
And don't forget this Wednesday night, J-Rod, OVW Women's Champion, the Queen of the Revolution, will be joining us on Facebook Live right here on The Final Count. You do not want to miss this exciting week of The Final Count and of OVW Wrestling. Don't you dare miss it.
Yeah, you guys want to be there. Trust me.
You definitely.
You want to be there Wednesday. You want to be at the arena Thursday, and you want to be right back here with us Friday night, baby.
And you want to be there on Wednesday as well. Thursday, and Friday.
Thursday and Friday.
3 days in a row.
Come hang out with your boys.
Yeah. For sure.
But you know what, man? All things aside, man, I think we got some bills to pay.
We do got some bills to pay, so let's go ahead and pay those bills. Cue up the music here.
I'll let you take this first one, I guess. I mean, I've done seen the light, so go for it, bud.
All right, CollarNovoBrand.com. Use our promo code FinalCountKY to save 10% at checkout. And real quick before we jump into the next sponsor, let's go ahead and hear from our very own, the owner of CollarElbowBrand.com, the owner of Collar Elbow Brand. Let's go ahead and hear from Al Snow.
Oh, man.
Wrestling. A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. The wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. Collar and Elbow is the brand. Passion and love for wrestling is the drive. I am Al Snow, and this is Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand.
And without further ado, let's get back into the other sponsors that we have.
All right, shop at www.shop.com using our personal link in the description of the episode below. Help support WWE, help support us, man. We're just here to pay bills and give you guys a great, amazing podcast.
Yes, yes. And head on over to jcounty.app.com now to get your first official Final Count hoodie. And that's only for $45. It is getting colder, so you do want the hoodies. This is the only version of the hoodies we have currently. Maybe we'll get some future hoodies, or in a second version of the hoodies eventually. But head on over and get yourself the first hoodie of the Final Count, and also the first T-shirt, or the first version of the T-shirt for only $25. We also have the other version at our website as well, which will be in the description of the episode below.
It's if you guys want it, it's the finalcountky.square.site. Go to that, check out what we got. Ryan will put it down in the description, like he just said. Check out our website, man. And don't forget to check out the audio version of the podcast. You can catch it on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Republic, and iTunes. Pretty much anywhere on social media or any podcast platform, we are there. As you see at the bottom, Instagram, X, TikTok, Facebook, Spotify, anything. Check us out. Give us feedback. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Yes, yes. Then head on over to w.gg and use promo code FinalCountKY to save 10% at checkout. It is your taste buds' favorite energy drink. That is w.gg. Use our promo code FinalCountKY.
And one more thing, man, before we're here, can you turn that music off?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I just got to play one thing here.
Buy the shirt. Join the revolution. Buy the shirt. Join the revolution. Buy the shirt.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you shop OVW.com, you can now get your official The Revolution t-shirt.
Wow.
This has been nothing but revolutionary control. We are in full force, and we are stronger than ever. Chris may not be here tonight, but I'm here. I'm always here.
You are always here. I'll give you that.
When Chris comes back Wednesday, he ain't coming alone, buddy. He is not coming alone. Not only will I be here, not only will you be here, not only will Madman Chris be here, but the one, the only queen of the revolution, the OVW Women's Champion, J-Rod, will be appearing on this podcast.
Yeah,
You
she
guys
will.
do not want to miss Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
Yes, yes, I completely agree right there. You do not want to miss Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. We, with all due seriousness, we're excited to see both of us. Putting all the Revolution stuff aside, I'm excited to have J Rod coming on Wednesday.
It's an absolute shocker, man. That we got somebody like her presence coming on to our podcast, man. It's like he said, all revolution stuff aside, man. It's just incredible of the talent that we've had on here, that you've had on here through the spotlights. If you guys haven't checked those out, check out the spotlight episodes, man. With our lives, they're really great episodes. Incredible talent.
Also, real quick, setting everything aside, if you did not catch this past Wednesday, the OVW podcast,
yes,
our very own Madman Chris was setting all things with the Revolution aside. Madman Chris was on the OVW podcast. Go back and check that out. It is on OVW's YouTube, and he goes and promotes the Final Count on the OVW podcast. So we just want to show some love to the OVW podcast.
Yes, you guys check them out, man.
Yes, go check them out for sure.
They were in attendance at Hot Point Davis Arena this Thursday as well. I didn't get to talk to the guys, but they was there.
Yes.
Really good podcast there, man.
Exactly. So go show them some love, as they were gracious enough to get Chris on and give him the time to promote to promote the Final Count and talk OVW with them as well. But not just
thing, man, that, we all three might show up somewhere.
Yeah, you never know. But just not that. He was definitely very entertaining on there, I will say. So go check it out.
I mean, he was even wearing a sombrero. How could you not love that?
He was wearing a sombrero, yeah.
How could you not love that? Cool. Big shout out to Madman Chris.
One of their hosts dressed as Ash from Pokemon.
Yep.
That was pretty cool. And then the cat as Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
So go check them out. Go give the OVW podcast some love. As we are all the OVW family. We're all the wrestling family.
That's
so
right.
Go give them some love as well.
We love all promotions and everything professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and then also while we're at it, go check out the Ringside podcast. They haven't had episode for a while, but still go show them some love as well.
They do have 200 episodes though. Shout out to Daniel Spencer, man.
Shout out to Daniel Spencer, TNA referee and OVW referee.
Shout out to everybody on the podcast: Eric Corners, Linda Kay, Jeremy Woolman, Daniel Spencer.
Yes, and also a huge shout out to my brother over there at the Can Crushers podcast.
That's
who will be coming on soon, possibly in November.
Can't
for
wait for
Survivor
that,
Series. So
can't wait to have our boy on here, man.
Yes, if you know, you
Love
know.
it. If you know, you freaking know, man.
But with that being said, fans, we thank you for all of your support. Any way you support us, liking us, listening to us, watching us, whether you watch us on YouTube, whether you listen to us, however you choose to support us, whether it's buying a shirt, coming and saying hi to us at a show. Any way you support us, buying merch, especially supporting our sponsors, supporting us through supporting our sponsors, that helps. Any way you show support, it helps. We're here to entertain you. We're here to give you that little bit of hope for your week.
Get away from life session.
Yeah, get away from life's craziness and everything. And just to take some time to have some happiness in your life and forget about the things that are bothering you.
Like I say, it's never goodbye. It's always see you later.
Exactly.
Don't take life for granted, man. You never know when you're not promised tomorrow. You're not promised 10 seconds from now. We don't like to come on here and give a sob story, but we're just coming out here being real. We love doing this for you guys. We enjoy it ourselves. We are huge wrestling freaking nerds.
Yes.
We love everything we're doing right here on the podcast, man. It seems to be getting out there a little bit. But yeah, check us out on pretty much any social media. We are there. Instagram, X, TikTok, Facebook, Spotify, any podcast thing, we are there. Rymo puts in the work, man, gets the episodes out there. I pretty much do all the banners and all the uploading, the tech savvy behind the scenes stuff here, the website.
Yes.
Man, Chris does a lot of the promotion now. I mean, we all do the promotion, but he does a lot of it now. But yeah, we can't wait for Wednesday's episode. We can't wait to see you guys Thursday for an incredible family fun event. As we said it again, the trunk or treat. Come out, see us, see all your favorite OVW superstars. Get some candy, have a great show, chat with us, take pictures, whatever. You probably can't miss us because we'll have our t-shirts.
Yes.
What else needs to be said here, man?
Friday's
episode. Yeah, don't forget Friday's episode, man, with the one and only Dustin Jackson. We're incredibly pleased to be having his presence on our podcast. Somebody that started as a youngster in OVW to where he is now. Many different tag teams, many different championships. But now it is his time. He is ripped. He is jacked, ready to go.
Yes.
Big shout out to J-Rod for giving us her time to come on the podcast, and anybody in the previous past. Big shout out to you guys. Just incredible stuff we're doing over here, man. Shout out to all the other podcasts that we talk to. You never know where we're going to pop up. So
you don't. Yeah, all that is true, and I couldn't have said it better myself. You've said it many times. We said it many times. Ever since last year, the podcast is going nowhere but up.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And the Friday after Thanksgiving, I will officially be 1 year on the podcast as the co-host.
Yes.
So that should be an incredible fun episode as well.
Yes.
You guys look forward to that episode. We might do something special. Here, I haven't figured it out yet.
Yes, and then we also got major announcement coming for December, the first Friday in December. So
that is right, we sure do.
Just be looking out for that.
Wink, wink. I mentioned it earlier, so if you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't.
Exactly. Well, with that being said, as we say every week, we will see you
down
the road.
Later, guys.